Alright, so I have my setting here. I've got kind of a woods area where maybe the little boy is going to play in the woods. And I've got a few layers going on, just a basic setting. And we're going to drop our character in. So I'm going to come over to our character. And I'm going to create a box pretty much that just covers over him with maybe a little bit of extra space. Now, it's on the wrong layer. It's going to go away, so don't worry about it. From here, I'm just going to go to Object, Artboards, Fit to Selected Art. So that box that I just created is going to be what it's going to change my artboard to, and you'll see what happens in a second. Okay, and now I can actually just delete that, and my character is in this pretty small box. And we'll save that. So we'll give that a second. Come back over to Setting, File, Place, Character. I'll place him. Now you can see he's not on the right layer at all. So what I'll do is I will create his own layer. And if you haven't figured this out yet, if an object is selected, you'll see it over here. This little green dot represents the object that's selected. I can click and drag that over. And then I'll move him to the top layer. There you go. Resize him. So V is the shortcut to the selection tool. Sometimes I do that quickly and I forget to mention that. And here I can figure out where the best spot is. I want to make sure he doesn't have his hat land at weird spots. I can resize him a little bit if I need to. But what I'm noticing is I'm not really liking the color of that sword next to these trees. So here's something that's kind of cool. I can come over to my character, select the sword, and change the color. I'll go to File, Save, and then I'll come back to my setting. Now it still looks the same, but what I can do under Window, I can go to Links, and this little sign here shows that it hasn't been updated. There have been changes made. It's linked. So if I click on that, some files are missing. Would you like to update them? Yes. And there you go. It updates in live. It updates from any changes that you've made. Alright. I might then I like where the character is at, but I don't like where that little rock is. So I'm going to lock my character and I'm going to move that to a different spot. And we'll send it behind Command, and then the left bracket is the shortcut there. And I would want to darken that as well. So we'll darken that a little bit. All these things I'm kind of just keeping in mind as I go. Alright. Looking pretty good, but what if he doesn't realize that the stinky sock monster is lurking in the woods behind him? And you ask who the stinky sock monster is? That is this guy right here, the stinky sock monster. So I have my primarily organic character, my geometric trees, and then my second organic, my antagonist here, the stinky sock monster. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to draw a box. It's okay if it goes a little bit above here because this is going to change it. And Object, Artboards, Fit to Selected Artwork. We'll delete that and we'll save character 2. Let that think for a second, come back, and we'll create our own layer ahead of time. Stinky sock monster. And File, Place, character 2, and we'll place. Now, bigger than I want him to be, so I can shrink that down. V again is the shortcut to the selection tool. I can hold down Shift to resize him. And put him back. Now I might need to, let's see what happens if I get rid of this tree, and I can hide that temporarily. That's much better. Now I've got the stinky sock monster kind of running through the woods back there. These I want to be a little bit lighter, and I don't like the way that that's lining up with the tree, but I like the rest of him, so I can come over to, I'll hit enter to place it, come over to the character, I can move this, and I'm going to select both of these, turn down the opacity to, we'll say 15%. Should be just a faint stench coming off of them. We'll save it. Come back to the setting after it saves. And that's where, again, we'll go to Window, Links. Let that think for a second. Yes, I'd like to update it, and there we go. Much better. All right, I would change this yet. Still, I don't like that. That is a good spot to be at. Hopefully he won't get attacked by the stinky sock monster, but if you put something in there and you don't like the way the colors look, you can change them. In fact, I recommend that because sometimes you don't realize how colors look maybe on a white background versus on a black or a dark or a different color. So these are all tips. Hopefully this will help you put your character or characters in the setting. Some of them, maybe I know we've got some kind of ghost characters. You can turn down the opacity a little bit. That would be something that you could do in that situation. Or you can